Dang it, Bobby.
Episode 3.
It's a whole lot of politicking in the city, bro. Like shit, bro. Certain niggas, they fuck with you. They act like they fuck with you, bro. But once you get to a certain level in the game, bro, these niggas gonna hold you back. Niggas gonna take your plate while you eating, nigga. Trying, you know what I'm saying? You trying to feed your family, but
I think that a lot of artists tear each other down instead of like support. Like if you look at Atlanta, those guys, they team up, they do features with each other, they do, and we do have some teams here. We do have some like Unruly Citizens for a while was doing a lot. J Poe is huge with the networking stuff, and we've got the mixers here, and like there are options, but like people kind of say, okay, well if this group is going, like we don't want to go there. I think that if we could truly build all together, like as a hip hop scene versus cliquish type stuff, I think that would help us propel a lot. And you know, I do understand it though. Like in every social aspect, there's going to be cliques, there's going to be whatever. But I do think that a little crossover from those groups would help a lot. I think there's a lot of talent that doesn't get to see each other because, you know, they're secluded to one group of people.
Out of it, I guess here, we just need more marketing, and we need like a bigger budget, and that's kind of everywhere. But I think it's just infrastructure. Like, you know, you need investors, you need people that have. Like music's expensive, so you gotta be able to pay for these services and stuff. And I think a lot of it here is maybe consistency. It's like they'll have enough money to pay for a certain thing for like a month, but then they don't have it for like 6 months and they fall off for like a year because they're trying to get their money back up to spend it again. And it's like you need somebody that could hammer that promotion and marketing for a year straight on a record and just really push it out there. And that's why I think, you know, that's where, you know, music is really marketing and business. Like, you know, you can make a hit song, but you got to get it out there. You got to get it heard. Because I've heard a lot of great songs on YouTube from even Oklahoma artists that I love, but they only got like 100 views. And I'm like, I wish they had 1 million, or, you know what I'm saying? I wish, you know, it was a big hit song that everybody knew.
I feel like it's everybody just wanting to go against each other. That's really what it is. I feel like if more people spend more time trying to uplift each other and respect each other's values as a whole and not just one, it would be the complete opposite. There's a lot of people out here with the talent. It's just not a lot of people out here with like the loyalty to their state or like the love in it. It just kind of feels like it's selfish.
I think it's coming around. I don't think it's gonna be like one artist, but Oklahoma as a sound is kind of branching out, and as far as with our network ties, we're getting connections from ATL, New York, Miami, Texas. I mean, that's our neighbor right there, so that's an easy one. LA, so, you know, it's gonna be easy. I don't think anything's holding us back. I just think it's a matter of time.
That as well.
I don't think anything's holding us back. I think we're just behind a little bit. That's all. Like we're playing catch up. That's all that is. We have a lot of great artists. I don't think anything is holding us back. We just need a little bit more light shined on us. That's all. I think our artists are definitely underappreciated. You feel me? And sooner or later that's gonna change, and I think it's gonna be sooner.
Yeah, you got your flow, but like, can you stand out from everybody type shit? Like, all right, you got it, that's good. But like, all right, no, like try to figure out a way to stand out from everybody else. And just like support each other, you know what I mean? Like, the community too, like, You know how like sometimes when you post like on Facebook or Instagram, like you don't get that many like likes from like your friends or like your families and shit like that. And then like it's that shit too. That I'm like that type of support is missing. And then like pushing too. Promotion, pushing. Even the people who fuck with your shit, they gotta push that shit too. It's like a favorite song you push from like another different artist, like try putting your friends on to a local artist type shit. Take us serious in a way, you know, too. Like take our music serious, you know. We write that shit with our heart. We write these lyrics with our own heart. We put work in that shit. So you know what I mean? Like shit. Hopefully one day they could start treating us more serious. Type shit.
It's because of Oklahoma. Period. I mean, listen. Here's the thing about trying to make it in your own town. If you are in LA, from LA, and you make music in LA for LA, LA might get behind you because that's a representation of LA. But this ain't LA, this is Oklahoma. So Oklahoma gonna be a little different. Oklahoma gonna look at you and say, oh, y'all stuff sound like, oh, y'all, I see you with your little low, whatever, you know. That's Oklahoma's take on stuff. They shouldn't be like that, but they are, you know, and because of that, you're gonna run into roadblock after roadblock with getting support from your own. If you really want support, it's probably better you get up out of here and change your environment for a little bit. You know what I mean? Make you some music and I don't know, go anywhere, bro. You can go to Corpus Christi, Texas. You can go to Little Rock, Arkansas. You can go to Tennessee, anywhere, and find you a following somewhere other than here that gets behind you, that rocks with you, that's willing to invest dollars in you or willing to invest time in you and effort and will put in some work.
You know, I feel like Oklahoma is there. I feel like we're right there. I feel like we're right there. I feel like where we came from, Oklahoma is on. I really truly feel Oklahoma is on. Getting number one is fucking tough for anybody. It's tough for guys that's in the industry right now. It's hard getting number one. You know what I mean? But patience. I'm gonna keep talking about patience. It's gonna happen one day. Gang June, we got guys like him and who's doing amazing numbers right now. Touring with Kevin Gates. Shout out to my guy Wayne This Thing. That's my bro from the same area as well, Del City. Watching them flourish and grow, man, is beautiful, man. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna get there. It's gonna happen one day. You know what I'm saying? It's just patience. But as Oklahoma as a whole, a scene right now, I love it. I love it. I'm proud of all of us, man. I'm proud of Rob Stovall's and Chris Cutters and the JBs and the Gang Junes. You know what I mean? The guys who was out here, been putting in work for so long and actually getting out of here and making moves, winning things. And there's just so many of us right now that's just, I'm proud of, man. You know what I mean? Jay French, my brother, they're meant to be. I love seeing it. You know what I mean? I just love seeing it. I do.
We don't really have a sound here. There's no sound that we have here. Like, there's nothing that distinguishes Oklahoma City yet from anywhere else, you know? And everything that does come out of here normally sounds like it's influenced from somewhere else. So we don't have a sound. That's what I think. And so I think that's a big thing because we don't have a scene really, you know, I'm like one that is influencing other parts of the country or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that. I mean, also, dude, to be 100, I think there's a lot of people around here that call themselves artists, but I don't really think like they're really artists. I think they're just like more entertainers. And I mean, so this is not a hip hop market, dog. Like,
I feel like it's just support, you know what I'm saying? Certain people want to support certain people. You know, everybody got, I feel like Oklahoma everybody got some type of person that's rapping in their family or whatever, and they just supporting them more than they'll try to support somebody else from Oklahoma. But they'll support somebody out of state. You know what I'm saying? They'll go crazy, they're the biggest fan, you know, got a nigga on the playlist and everything. But they won't do the same when it's another nigga just because this person right here, they know is rapping. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's a support system thing, yeah. Like, yeah, we can support, but I feel like we need stronger. We need to be stronger at it as is artists supporting, artists putting artists on, you know what I'm saying? Artists helping artists, DJs helping DJs helping artists. Just everybody in the music industry just really helping each other, you know what I'm saying? And not trying to always get $1 off a nigga. If you got to play to where a nigga ain't really got to cost you much, get that nigga that play, you know what I'm saying? Don't be greedy, you feel me? Get that nigga that play, because it might work out for you in the end, you know what I mean?
I'll put it this way. And I think a lot of it has to do with us being in the center of the country. So, like, we're influenced, especially now, too, because of the internet, we're influenced by fucking everything. So we have started doing things here, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that nothing here is original or creative or whatever, but it's super hard, I think, to propel something that is really different from a space and place like this that they don't care about that here. For the most part, you know? It seems like most people here look outside of here for their influences in art in general, you know? Not even in music, just across the board, which I understand, but it's not inspirational really. It's just kind of like making things to make things, which is cool, but at a certain point, you can't really be upset that like your music isn't really doing anything if your music sounds like everybody else's music, and then you're not in a market where even the music you're copying or whatever, or stylizing or whatever you want to say it, is popular. Just because you and your friends like it here, and there's little groups around here that like that kind of music, there's not a lot of people. There's not a lot of people here that are really into that kind of music. When you ride around Oklahoma City, even in the city, you can just listen, bro. There's not even a lot of music playing in cars ever. So it's just this ain't really like it's not really a creative state we're in Oklahoma. I hate saying that shit, but it's true. But I think it's mostly just because people here, for the most part, man, have some potential, but then they get so fucking nervous and they get so insecure about whatever the fuck it is with their art and themselves, and it fucks them up, and they try to fit into whatever the fuck. But the thing is what you gotta realize is that every single body who's made it in any sense, from the top to the underground bottom, is only there because they're different. Any artist that you really like in any genre of music, you like them because that's who the fuck they are. Like, Lil Wayne is Lil Wayne because Lil Wayne sounds like Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? And he influenced a whole generation of people. He is the godfather of all the littles, every one of them.
In my opinion, there are multiple reasons that's holding the city back. I think, one, we have no unity. There's a lot of, it's just very segregated and grouped up. And it's like, if you're not a part of my group, I don't fuck with you. Or if you're not, you know, if my homeboy don't support you, I don't support you. It's very weird. Or like if they support one Oklahoma artist, they feel like they can't support anymore. I don't understand it, but it's really weird. And I do feel like that's probably, it's really I think it's on all ends, but if we're gonna talk about audience-wise, that's the issue. We have no true like support. And then the only time that people really want to support is whenever, oh, this person, they got this many views. Now everybody wants to jump on the bandwagon, but what about the come up? It's like everybody wants to see the finished product, but y'all forget about the come up. Like all your favorite rappers, they went through a come up too. They want to see everything off the bat. They expect you to already be rich, already have the views, already have the, everything before they even want to acknowledge you or support you. So that's a big thing. As artists, we have to start taking ourselves more seriously. I think there's a lot of really talented artists here, but not putting in the effort or the budget or, just the thought behind things that would ultimately play into you getting on. So videos or songs in general, the beats, maybe the beats aren't there or the lyrics aren't there or the video, just the quality isn't there. It's just things like that. And there's a lot of yes men around them. So then it's like, they're not getting that honest feedback so that they can continue to propel and keep moving forward. You can't be scared of having somebody tell you no. That's a good thing, actually, because that lets you know, okay, bet, that's not it. Let me switch up. If people telling you yes all the time, you just gonna keep doing the same shit. And what's the point in that? If it's not working, we need to hear no, because we need to know what's not working so we can make it work. So that's a big thing. And then I think on the other side of it all, where if we're gonna talk about like just connections in general, I'ma say DJs, but I'm not putting all of our DJs in this category because there are a lot of DJs who do support local artists, and I fuck with all of y'all, and like that's just the realest shit. But I'm saying DJs in this category, but I mean DJs, I mean promoters, I mean just anyone who has those connections. Y'all have to support your artists too. It's only so much we can do on our own. And like I said before, a lot of people just expect you to have it. It doesn't work that way all the time. Yes, you can post a video and it can go viral. And if that works for you, then that's great. Just because I can post a video and it didn't go viral doesn't mean that the song's not good. It doesn't mean that the potential's not there. The least you can do is help guide us in the direction. But if y'all are only supporting 1 or 2 or 3 select artists because those are the ones that went viral or those are the ones that to you currently show that potential, then how do you nurture the rest of the generation of music coming from here? You can't. Like, at what point do we unity? Like, at what point do we gain that unity and we just start supporting the people who truly have talent and potential and stuff? Now, I mean, if you don't got the talent and they don't got the potential, be honest with them. Don't let them just keep doing it. Like, it's just gonna take all of us coming together and collectively working that cycle. And when we can do that, Oklahoma's gonna have a ton of people on. A ton of people. It's inevitable because we're gonna have the people, the audiences is gonna be helping with the views. They're gonna be helping with letting us know what's working and what's not. We'll have the teams that are behind us, the producers, and the artists are gonna be in the right mind state of, okay, they're not fucking with that. Let me try something else, rather than, oh, they fucking with it, but that's just my fan base. They gonna fuck with whatever I do. And then I say connections, but that's only just because I feel like that's the most broad like category to put it in. But like the DJs, the promoters, the people like that, they have to start pulling people up too. It's only so much that we can do. For instance, my story, I went to Dove Science Academy, okay? Dove Science Academy, less than 500 students. It had to be less than 500. I mean, my graduating class, I think there was 58 of us. That's nothing. And so when you're comparing that to someone who went to Millwood or Douglas or Northeast or these bigger schools with more people, and especially that, listen to hip hop and things like that, of course they're gonna have a bigger fan base. of course they're gonna be able to, you know, get more people to listen because they already have those people that fuck with them. I don't. Like, I do, but I don't, if you're thinking about it in that sense, because I went to a smaller school. I don't have that same reach, but that doesn't mean that I don't have potential. That doesn't mean that I shouldn't be supported or that I shouldn't, you know, have that opportunity. That just means, you know, I might take a little bit more work. Or that means I just need help getting to the right audiences. That don't mean just overlook me and leave me on red and, you know, whatever, because that doesn't help any artist. And then if an artist was to go and get on and that's how y'all treated them, you really expect them to come back and put the city on? And be upset if they don't? How is that even fair? Like, how? How is that even fair? Not saying that's what I'm gonna do, but I'm just saying in general. If an artist did, how you even gonna be mad? So that's my 2 cents on it. But you know.
I think the industry is starting to see the kind of power that we hold in Oklahoma as a whole. And yeah, the respect's starting to come a lot more. They're starting to see more professionality coming out of Oklahoma. So yeah, you're starting to see way more respect for the people coming out of here.
It's like the Oklahoma, bro. Oklahoma has talent, bro. Like, we can make it up out this bitch. We just need a main nigga one nigga, as long as he open the door, artists gonna be flooding up out this bitch. Swear to God, just like fish. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know, we got, I don't know, we got something up on Oklahoma right now, bro.
I think it's very different in a lot of ways, because about every 2 to 3 years we get a wave of artists and then it ebbs and flows. But I think that the pandemic changed a lot of things, because I think people were humbled a lot. I think that they realize, along with everyone else in the world, like what's important and things like that. So I think a lot of people have become a lot more honest and a lot more themselves. So that's been a really nice change. I think that Castle Row, along with all the studios that are already here and the ones being built, I think that they're fair, and not every city is. I think that they are fair in price. I think that they do a great job of respecting, you know, local economy and artists and who comes in and who's sitting in these rooms. So no, I don't see a need to help progress that. I think that it's already progressive.
Man, shit, a lot of shit got better, because I ain't gonna lie, honestly, I've been doing this shit for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like probably like a decade type, you know, it's just now starting to get some recognition. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I feel like music, a lot of shit has changed when it comes to better rappers, shit, more better producers, especially like these underdog producers. You know, like Joanne, you know, like Bobby. You know what I'm saying? Like these hidden gems, you know what I'm saying, out here. So it's just like, we a lot of shit changed, you feel me? And I'm fucking with it, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's more, and now that it's June, you know what I'm saying? You got June, you got a lot of people talking about, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm fucking with it.
The networking itself, you know, a lot of people, you know, they would just show up, do their music, do their set, and that's it. Everybody had circles and stuff. But now I've noticed, since I've been out and about recently supporting him in his shows, I've seen everybody just talking to each other. It's always taking contacts, taking numbers, getting prices down. Yeah, I think everybody's starting to interact a little bit more than what it used to be.
I think Oklahoma's starting to build a platform to where people can actually start, you know, stepping up. I think this is why we're starting to see a lot more names on billboards and such like that. But as far as with what's going on lately, Oklahoma's been active. You can see shows going all the time. So, you know, is everybody just doing their thing?
Like more collabs, more placements, you know, like underground placements from the city. Like back then, you know, I was just posting like my like type beats on YouTube, just practicing there, and then like from when I first started, and then like a couple more years, like two, I would see it growing. So I would see like my YouTube grow.
Producers is up more than the rappers.
I was just about to say, thanks to thanks to me and the fucking gang. Thanks to me and the fucking gang. The producers is the motherfucking thing.
They are the thing.
Oh God, we getting the money.
We might have a couple hundred. Man, they gonna have close. They gonna have some. Yeah.
We getting the money, bro. We doing what we love every fucking day. We don't gotta go to fucking work, bro. We don't have no fucking attitudes except the attitudes that we create for ourselves, bro. And that's the way we should live, bro. So I say producers right now in Oklahoma, bro, we doing our thing, bro. We curating the sound that y'all niggas is rapping on, bro. We making that shit, bro. We making it up. Like, y'all got a good, like, right now, bro, shout out to the people before us, bro, because cutting in, bro, hard as fuck. But I will say right now, more than ever, bro, we are really on the agenda. We on rappers' heads. We on rappers' heads. Like, we own y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, most people be like, man, our producer don't want to make no beats. Like, nah, bro. We saying rappers don't want to rap. Mm-hmm. We ain't never had that here, bro.
Or they don't want to pay us. Yeah.
Not even that, dog. They want to pay you, bro.
They gotta pay.
If you're not getting paid to make your beats, bro, that's because you don't want to get paid to make your beats, bro. You just got to do the things you need to do to get paid, bro. Straight up. You can get paid from being at home, bro. You don't have to be, you don't gotta be Rockstar, tatted face up, none of that shit, bro. You can be you and get paid to make these motherfucking beats. Niggas need beats, bro. One thing I was thinking about, like, just last night, bro, I'm leaving, bro. And when I leave, bro, I pray to God, niggas turn up. Niggas, they gonna be thirsty. Respectfully. It's my niggas, you know what I'm saying? But they gonna be thirsty, bro. They're not gonna have me, bro. So what they gonna do? They just gonna not make music no more? So the scene is gonna die. All the fire niggas, the scene is gonna die from all the fire niggas because I left, bro. If that happens, bro, I'm gonna be so disappointed I won't come back, bro.
But that ain't really gonna happen because you still be.
Yeah.
It's too much heat to be created.
But I'm just saying, like, on a level like that, like, where I feel like niggas need to work with some fire people. Niggas need to, y'all need to, YouTube, Bobby, like, everybody, y'all need to produce this fire, bro. Hit niggas up, bro. Send some beats out. And they gotta be hard.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Get some placements.
Y'all gotta get some hard beats, bro. You gotta, the same face that people make when they hear my beats, bro, is the same face I want them to make when they hear your beats so they can buy them. Simple.
Yeah.
I'm not here to hog the lane, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want other people to be hard so they can get some fucking money. So, because when we all get money, it all look good.
A lot of things have gotten better. I see a lot more opportunity for artists here than there was before. I also see a lot of artists making big moves out here, and I'm so happy. Like, I love seeing our artists getting on and like getting these views and getting these, you know, like shows and doing these things, because coming up, it was not really like that. Like, there were a select few, but it was not really like that. If we want to talk about gatekeepers, I feel like back then there was a lot more of that. And now, especially, and I think social media plays a big part of that, now it's a lot easier for artists to kind of break out of that and not have to go through those specific people. Now we can make our own lane, we can do our own thing with our own fan bases. But coming up, it was very, you had to know the right people and be there at the right time, you know, right place, right time with the right person. Really, really. But I also feel like, you know, there was a lot of, and still is, but there was a lot of talent too that now has kind of fallen off, or, you know, maybe they don't do music and things like that. And so I wish that Oklahoma, how it is now, would have been that way then, because I do feel like we'd have a lot more artists that are on and that are bigger and that are doing more. But like I said, then it was very much, like I said, you want to talk about gatekeeper, then it was very, very much, you had to know the right person or the right people, and you had to have them backing you. You had to have the right cosigns, and then you had to have the right, like, image, you still had to have the image and the videos and the, you know, the songs and all that, but you had to really, really know the right people. Now there's a little bit more leniency on that. You can finesse that a little bit easier, but I also think, I don't know, coming up was really, it was definitely a dope really different time in music, but it was really dope. Lots of creativity, unique sounds, and just all of that. I miss it, low-key.
I can't speak for anybody else, but for me, definitely. I mean, like, it's definitely changed. As far as like the hip hop scene itself or the music scene itself, everything has changed. I mean, when I first started music, people had to do a lot more groundwork. Nowadays, you could go viral on the internet, you know what I'm saying, with a 15-second post of your song. And next thing you know, you're, you know what I'm saying, all over the place. You feel me? So it's definitely easier, but the money is different too. Like back then, 1 million copies is 1 million copies. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, 1 million streams ain't really 1 million copies. You know what I'm saying? It's not $1 million. You feel me? Like 1 million records sold is
millions of dollars.
Exactly. Like nowadays, you have to hit 75 million streams just to go gold. You know what I'm saying? So like it's definitely harder, and the money is cut back. So people aren't really getting as rich as people want to.
Man, I think Oklahoma music scene has climbed so high. Once again, when I started, there was really no studios out here. You know, you had legendary Diamond Studios. Key Tech was in there doing his thing. I remember he used to work with my brother's group, Meant to Be, all the time. That's when I first heard Key Tech, and you had your Nitros and Bucket Lokes, and you had so you had your artists, but you didn't have too many. You didn't have social media then either. You know what I mean? We didn't have studios, didn't have really radio stations. You had 1140 before the 103.5. You really had no venues either. So it's changed so much because now you have all that. You have guys that created a music scene here to where we have the shows and nice studios, the radio stations, podcasts, music videos. I mean, everything is elevated so much of Oklahoma. To answer your other question, I feel like artists do respect producers. I feel like with Oklahoma, I feel like sometimes you do have to have a name out here for them to kind of really rock with you more, though. Which is industry anywhere. I mean, you got a bigger name, they're gonna holler at you. That's just the game, period. But I feel like in Oklahoma, you have there's a few producers out here that just has that name that, saying that they're gonna get hollered at first and foremost before somebody who's just starting or beginning, you know what I mean? And but I feel respect. I can speak for myself, you know what I mean, that I get a lot of respect from artists out here, man. They show me so much love, and I just try to show that love right back, you know what I mean? You gotta give the same energy.
You just gotta be prepared. I'm an engineer, bro. I'm 24/7. People ask me what's my hours, I'm 24/7. If the money isn't there, then I'm gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? 6 a.m., 10 a.m. while I go to sleep. Shit, when Peso was here, I went to sleep at 6 a.m., had a session at 10, and slept here on the couch. Woke up, got right back in front of the computer. That's just how it goes. I'll just be grinding, bro. You gotta grind. Still.
I feel like you gotta be in there consistently. But shit, you also need a break from that hoe. You know what I'm saying? Shit, bro, the more work you put out, but just make sure it's quality, bro. Like shit, Ralphie the Plug, he consistent with music. And everything he dropped, I listen to. I could listen to the whole tape. On God, I can. Draco, he was the same way. He was now dropping back to back when he like came out of jail, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Before that, I don't really remember how a bro was dropping like that, but no. Shit, as long as you consistent, bro, on God, you need to be now. For real. Fans be demanding albums.
Man, you gotta be consistent as hell. You gotta have consistent and have the right people behind you. You know what I'm saying? And from there, everything gonna help. You know what I'm saying? So shit, yeah, you gotta. And But when you in there though, you gonna make some shit. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you in there a lot, you gonna come with something. You know what I'm saying? Something hard. You feel me? You come with 50 songs and only have about like 1 or 2 that's hot, you know, that you gonna push. So yeah, keep staying in the stew, man. Stay in the stew, that's consistent, man. Stay in the stew. And if y'all didn't know, me and Bobby just did 2 songs. You know what I'm saying? Just 2 songs back to back before the interview. Ain't nobody in it. You see, we the underdogs in this shit. You know what I'm saying? We're hitting gems. Ain't nobody working like how we working it. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning right now too. For anybody that wanna know what the fuck going on for real, we up late. You know what I'm saying? For real, nigga, we up late working. So I feel like you really ain't got no excuse if you working, if you have genuine people around you too.
I remember reading some content and watching some video footage when Dilla had passed away, and they were talking about how this dude was subjected to just go a day without eating, you know, because he was just so into the music. It's dangerous, you know what I mean? You have to take time to eat. Hairstylists do it all of the time, you know, they got them booked back to back to back, and they didn't carve out an hour to go and get something to eat, or bathroom breaks, you know. It's unhealthy. You know, wear yourself out, trying to chase $1. The dollars are still gonna come, bro. Like, you gotta make sure you make time to do what you gotta do, and you need to make sure you take care of yourself. Like, that is so essential. You know what I mean? So,
it's like, it's cool. I mean, like, feel the room, you know what I mean? And like, meeting new people, and networking, and also like building that face card, you know? Like, I mean, yeah, you could like send like beats through email and shit, but like, y'all both in the same city, you know? Like, how about just meet up, you know, type shit, and link up, and just work. It's more of like a raw, it's more of like a raw energy type shit.
Yeah, I feel like people that just want money don't need to be making music for real. Music is art, you know what I'm saying? If you're an artist, you're an artist, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's really that simple. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. Like, I do music because I love it, you know what I'm saying? I don't do it because I'm trying to get some money. That just comes with the business side, you feel me? So I was making music long before I learned the business. And yeah, I really feel like if you don't truly love this, then it's just another job for you, you know what I'm saying? You might as well work a 9 to 5.
This is when the Thunder was Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, James Harden. We had the team of the lifetime. I was in KD's studio, Kevin Durant's studio. Me and Priya was working on our mixtape. I believe it was Joe World at the time. KD came in the studio, was like, all right, y'all, we going to the club tonight. You know what I'm saying? Woo-de-woo. I'm about to get dressed. Y'all can do what y'all do, whatever. Me and Priya looked at each other like, hey, shit, hold on. Yeah, man, we about to get dressed too. We coming with y'all. Let's get it. Me and Priya like, bad. You know, we getting up. KD looked at us. He said, am I gonna hear y'all song in the club tonight? Am I gonna hear y'all music in the club tonight? Me and Priya was like, nah. So y'all need to be sitting here getting that working until I hear y'all songs in the club with me. Then y'all can come to the club. That means you know what I'm saying? You need to work. I hear everybody's song tonight, but I ain't heard y'all's music. You need to keep working. I'll stay y'all asses at home. I made it already. You know what I mean? I'm already good. But that right there was another humbleness right there that was like, damn. The way he broke that down was dope. You know, we trying to go to the club, kick it with them, have fun, turn up, try to get on a couple females, because we knew we could. We was with the Thunder players. You know, everybody started knowing us during this time.
KD, yeah.
It's Kevin Durant. But after he said, am I gonna hear y'all song in the club tonight? Me and Priya looked at each other like, damn, nah, you ain't. So y'all need to be working until I hear that. You know what I mean? So, gotta stay in that lab, man. You gotta work it's dope to have fun and play, but you gotta make sure you put that work in, man, and make sure that you taking, you know what I mean, you take it to another level before you can just go out there and just, you know, go have fun, man. Because like I said, keep saying earlier, there's somebody literally right behind you that's gonna take that spot, and who's gonna be hungrier than you. You're gonna be pissed off.
Blackouts are a little crazy. So studio time is wild. We're open 24/7 if an artist wants in, but you know, an engineer has to be willing to work those hours. And I would never book something, you know, at like 1 a.m. with someone that I hadn't prior built some sort of relationship with. So that's give or take. But the studio time can be really grueling, and you don't have a lot of, so it's inconsistent, right? Like some weeks you get it, you're packed out and you make your quota that you need, like money-wise, yeah, because each of us has a different need. And then maybe the next month since everyone just recorded, you don't have anybody, and so then you're struggling. Yeah, and then you don't have a sleep schedule, you don't have an eating schedule, you don't have social aspects with your friends, and so it's grueling in a lot of ways. But some of the stuff that we get to hear and do and be a part of, and like the relationships that you do build, it all balances out. So it just depends on what's important.
If you aren't actually taking music seriously enough to be addicting, you know what I mean? Like, if this isn't a toxic trait for you where you're literally sitting in there every single day, loving every second of it, getting to the point where like, wow, I literally just spent 8 hours in here. I came in when it was dark and I left when it was dark. You know, when you really start to like view this as more than just a way to get money, as a passion for you, you'll start to realize the differences and changes and growth. You know, I was mixing I think I've only been mixing for 3 years. And I'm not gonna flex or toot my own horn, but I mix a lot better than some people doing this for 10 years. And that's only because I spent so much time and experimenting with so many people and doing different things, you know? And as long as you're willing to grow, as long as you're willing to spend the time being in the studio, you'll see so much growth. And you'll see so much, like, you'll look at something you did not even a month ago and be like, wow, I can't believe I did that.
If you don't buy the exclusive, who gives a fuck what you have to say? Get your money up. They're leasing the beat, isn't that what you said?
Yeah. But man, he sold me the same beat for $40. I heard the beat on another rapper's mixtape.
Get your money up. Own the beat.
No, I agree with that. I mean, you being upfront and honest about it from the gate, you know, this is $40 for you to use it for 3 months, 6 months, a year, whatever it is. No, I mean, so sorry. I mean, if you want it, buy it. What the mama say? Hey, you want it, then you gotta put a ring on it. Yeah, you out here for donation plate, bro. You out here to get a bill or two paid, man.
Well, man, I mean, look, I think if you can make money off leasing your beats, then make money off leasing your beats. Because I remember watching this little interview one time it was like Zaytoven or something, and he was showing this Migos song that had blown the fuck up. I can't remember which one it is, but he had given the same beat to like 3 different artists, and their version was the one that blew the fuck up. And then he played the other 2 versions. They sound nothing like their version, dude. So,
like, shit, it just depends on how you work with niggas. Like, if that's your artist, bro, like, shit, once he use that beat, take that beat off the market. But shit, if you leasing a beat, bro, like, on YouTube, bro, I'll upload the beat and shit. And it'll lease for like 10 times, bro. So 10 different artists got the same beat. You know what I'm saying? I made $500 off that beat. 50 times, what's that, 55 people? Yeah, so, I mean, shit.
Nah, I don't think so, man, because, like, you know, I mean, as me personally, you know, like, I'll sell a beat and you'll have that, like, no one else can have it type shit. But, like, But like I do send them to like other people. But like if they buy it, it's like first come first serve type shit. And then they let me know about it. I'll be like, hey, the beat's already sold, man. But shit, I can make you another one, like shit, like some new shit. That's how I work. Like, I make some new shit because shit, I'm a producer. I'm like, okay, like, yeah, for real. This shit's like nothing to me. Oh, not like in the way, but like, I built that craft, like kind of, you know. I'm still building it though, but like,
it comes easier.
It comes easier now, you know.
I promise you, if it's being leased, you can buy it. There is no just only leased beats. I mean, you can buy the exclusive. The option for you to be the only one with the beat was always there. I mean, you can, but like, you could have just bought it and then you wouldn't be competing with somebody else.
I mean, that's part of the game. You know what I'm saying? Leasing is part of the game. You know what I mean? It happens. Like, I've done lease beats to artists all the time. Same beats. It's part of the game. You know, artists got to learn the terms lease and exclusive and before they jump down somebody's throat. You know what I mean? And I've had that happen to me. I had people come at me on lease beats, but they didn't do their homework and understand what a lease beat is. I could sell that to 1,000 people if I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? It's still mine. You're just using it for commercial purposes. It's like you're going on YouTube and downloading a beat from Metro Boomin or Metro Boomin type beats. You know,
making that your single.
And making that your single.
And then getting mad that somebody else got it.
Can't do that.
In a way, I do understand like producers saying, oh yeah, you need to pay for that, you feel me? You know, I fuck with that, you know what I'm saying? But in a way, it's like, if you gonna lease it out to a nigga and let that nigga in charge that nigga, don't send it out to nobody else because you still got that nigga dough, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like, you know, let's be fair with the shit. Like, okay, boom, I'll lease this nigga just for $40. Don't send it out to nobody because at least you took that nigga money. Now you taking everybody else's money, at least in the same beat. Yeah, that's gonna be salty in a way, you know what I mean? And then if you do that, a nigga fuck around and pay an exclusive beat from your ass, you know what I mean? It's just all how you work, man. Fair shirt, it's gonna make that shit work.
Who's doing that? You let me know, because I probably know only one or two out of like 20 producers off the top of my head. You know what I mean? I just say, yeah, bro, here's this, you know, Austin, Texas, you know, here's this Mo 3, here's this Kevin Gates sound. You know what I mean? No, bro, I don't hear it. Too many people like focus on the small things, bro. There's so much uniqueness. If they want to talk smack about it, I'd say put your money where your mouth is and show me. I'm right here. You talk to me, you let me know.
I don't lease beats personally, but I mean, shoot, I'm on the producer side. If you want a beat and you buy it. You know what I'm saying? Buy it. Me, I work a little differently nowadays, depending on who I'm working with. If I'm working with an artist and I know that they stream well, you know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about getting money up front. I'm worried about making the music first. Let's get the record done. That way we're not forcing anything, you know what I'm saying? Let's make a really good record and then let's do the business. You feel me? But as far as just leasing beats, I totally agree. If you want something to be yours and you don't want anybody else to have it, then you need to buy it out. But I would definitely stress nowadays on not selling beats exclusively. I hate the word exclusive rights, you know what I'm saying? I hate that term. That's a terrible term because then you're selling yourself out. You sell your beat for $500 or to $1,000 to somebody, now you're basically cut off the back end. What if that song blows up? It's over for you. You know what I'm saying? You just basically did a work for hire. You just gave your ownership to that artist for $500,000. You know what I'm saying? That's terrible. When you're rightfully entitled to money up front and back end. So I think it's just knowing the business.
Yeah, and it goes back a little even further than that with Dallas, because we had like the D-Town boogie and stuff, like that Young Nation sound. Remember how we used to party to that in high school? Well, everybody in Oklahoma parties to Young Nation and stuff like that. So we was already like digging that sound, and that sound was kind of already going back and forth between Oklahoma and Dallas. You know, even back then, because I DJ'd back then, and like, when I DJ'd and played that music, everybody would always like have a great time and like start dancing and get energetic. So, you know, people really love that music here, and it just like, I don't know, Oklahoma and Texas have like this back and forth symbiotic relationship. It feels like they're like sister and brother state or something. Yeah. You know.
We done had so many artists that tapped in, went to Texas, bro. I don't know, bro. We like, I think Oklahoma, people be saying Oklahoma, baby Cali. I say Oklahoma, baby Texas. Bro, we just affiliated with each other so much. It's just like they artists be down here so much. Like where I tapped in with Splurge, he was down here. Shit, I tapped in with goddamn me, Rado, motherfucking goddamn YSN nigga, all them niggas.
Mike, I was doing that before Splurge. Turn me or Beats by Jeff. He used to be Larry June's videographer. No, Gun. You know Gun is who Gun is? OG. He was signed out OG Michael. You ever heard of him before? Gun. Anyway, he a rapper. Beats by Jeff was Gun's fucking videographer. Gun opened up for Larry June at a concert here through Unruly Citizens. I DJ'd the concert. I met Gun. I made Beats by Jeff. Beats by Jeff chilled with us in the studio, recorded us. We made a song with Gun. It was fire with that sound. Beats by Jeff went back to Dallas, became a producer. Inspired. I won't say he stole my shit because he's hard, but it was definitely inspired.
That's because I'm like, it sounds different than Splurge and Quinn and NFN and all that shit.
Yeah, it's my shit.
I just heard it one time, like, boom, I fuck with it. I mean, I didn't really like, I don't really know like too much on the background. I just really fuck with the sound of it, you know, I fuck with it. It just picks up an influence, cause like, I mean, cause like, why not? I mean, it's okay, you know? Music is music, you know.
We all influence each other.
Yeah. Off of my sound, I mean, it's influence. I ain't gonna lie, it influenced from like the Atlanta sound. Really, I ain't gonna lie. I'm just say it for real. I grew up listening to Future.
Ego.
Yeah, I grew up in Future. Drake, of course. Lil Wayne. Shit. Everybody, man. I just picked up. It's just the way I grew. Sorry.
I grew up in the Mr. Lucci, Mr. Pookie days. And I'm not even gonna lie, me and my cousin grasped that sound one time. We loved the do 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 and all that different stuff, man. They had the sound. See, that was before their time. I feel like Lucci and Pookie should have been what the Yellow Beezies and the Mo 3s guys are now. I feel like they should have been on that level, but like I said, they came out early 2000s and, you know, around those time frames where we didn't have, you know, it wasn't so much social media and it was still an underground scene for them. They couldn't, you know, they didn't really get that chance to, you know, explore the world without social media and stuff. I feel like they had that, Instagrams and different things where they can post. They would have blew up years, like really blew up. And I actually worked with Young Nation before, actually. You know what I mean? It was dope. But Oklahoma didn't develop a sound, so, you know, Texas is right across the road. And I feel like we picked them up, definitely, you know what I mean? I didn't have no problem with that at first, but I feel like we definitely needed to develop our own sound. You know what I mean? We can't take Texas lingo and sound and stuff. You know, we're rivals at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Friendly rival, you know what I mean? I got a lot of love for Texas, but I'm just saying when it comes to sports and different stuff like that, we're rivals. We can't have the same, you know, same sound as you guys. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense. We got to create our own, man. Oklahoma's one.
I mean, shoot, we're just close to home. You know what I'm saying? That they're close to us, we're close to them. I think we inspire each other, honestly. Like, I can't take full credit for shit that I've done for Mo3. You know what I'm saying? I feel like me and him were like D Wade and LeBron. You feel me? Like I throw the oop and he's gonna dunk it. You know what I'm saying? It's really that simple. Like 3 has multiple sounds, for instance, right? Like my boy Hood, I feel like his sound with Mo3 is the original Mo3 sound, right? But with me, I came in and I did something that was more me. I always wanted to be mainstream. Not to say that he wouldn't want to be mainstream. It was just that's just how their sound was. I always been someone that studied the radio, you know, studied top 40 and stuff like that. So, and I also play around with different genres. So, me learning him and making it myself, you know what I'm saying? It kind of like, I don't know, it just made sense. It just made sense. So I don't know, I feel like we can't necessarily take credit for what other people have done. Because honestly, things get innovated all the time, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like the person that created the MP3 player taking credit for the iPod. You feel me? Like, you can't do that. You can't do that. It's the same thing, but different. You feel me? Like, I don't know how to explain it, cause I don't really hear. I ain't never really heard nobody say, "Oh, Oklahoma created a lot of Texas a sound," or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people that think like that are dumbfounded, really, like that, or they're just oblivious to what's really going on. Like, if you think like that, you're not really knowing what's going on. You feel me? Like, I think you're either good or you ain't. You know what I'm saying? It's really that simple to me.
We have a big influence from Texas, from going back into the early Dallas boogie music movement. That's when we really started taking effect to Dallas music, because everybody in Oklahoma, you had all the colleges, and you had and a lot of the colleges in Oklahoma had Texas-based people in it. So you gotta understand, you know.
They moved back.
Yeah.
Take the sound.
Boom, you literally got sound from Oklahoma. It's crazy, because let's go back as far as Dallas boogie movement, right?
Like Young Nation.
All of that. In the early 2000s, you gotta think about it, that's all we was playing in the motherfucking clubs, and the parties, at the college parties, at the, you know what I'm saying, like, work, don't stop. Exactly, to this point. We still playing it, but like, think about it, how big that influence was to a lot of the artists in Oklahoma.